Welcome to the live podcast from around the world. Live. This is the Cosmos Diaries podcast show. Presented by the Travelogue team.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to our podcast. And today we will be discussing about games and how games have developed from the 90s to 2020s and how much evolution has been there. So, joining me is Nanda Krishnagiri and Aditya and Sanjay. And starting from this stack, I have a question to all of you guys. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much advancement do you guys think has been there in the games industry over the past 3 decades?
Talking about the past, about games, it was really gradual. Like we can see that in the late 20th century.
But speaking of games, right? The first game ever came, I'm not sure about the facts, but I think about in 80s or like 90s, if I'm right.
Yeah. It all started from a simulation. They started to simulate things like how a car is driven, how the rocket is going to fly, how the plane is flying. With all those things, then gradually they started making games, and then they added graphics. And on a scale of 10, it's nearly close to what we see with our own eyes, right, nowadays?
Yeah, like even like some people were like we have those graphics which are so like realistic, right? Like those COD games and all. The guns, they seem so realistic. People are having problem identifying what's different in them.
Guys, I have a fun fact. You know what's the first game ever made?
Pac-Man.
The brain, right?
No, it's Pong. The 2 sticks and you make sure the ball just stays in the middle.
Yeah,
That game, yeah.
was the first one?
That was the first ever game made. How
Then
they
when
did
was
is
that
that, how they did is that, those wave function graphs are like where you put frequencies and you can see the frequency as a figure.
Yeah, I mean we use that in electronics lab, like engineering stuff and all.
They put multiple frequencies in that such that it made a graphical user interface, and that's how they made the first game ever.
Wow, that's cool.
Such a fascinating thing, man.
I thought coding was probably developed by them. But
No,
they used
coding
this-
was not developed by that. No.
And do you
Then-
know which famous company created Pong? It's a very famous company.
Nintendo, right?
No, it's Atari.
Oh yeah, Atari. Yes.
Yeah. And,
Atari, of course.
People who worked in Atari, like they went on to create a big company which is known worldwide today.
Tetris. No.
No, it's a company that they founded. It's very famous. Everyone knows the company, the products.
Okay,
It's
is
worldwide.
that Nintendo?
No, it's actually Atari, but these two employees who Atari, and they went on to find start a company which is still one of the biggest technology companies in the world.
Apple.
Yes.
Sony.
Yay!
So it's basically they quit their job at Atari and then they went for a break for 1 year, and I've heard that they came to India looking for inspiration, and then 1 year later they started Apple. That's what happened.
You know what's fascinating to me?
Yeah.
Almost all
We
history
should also start
stuff.
something, later on.
Yeah. Guys, you know one fascinating thing to me? Almost all history has a bit of India into it. Oppenheimer famously calmed his mind with the verses of Bhagavad Gita. Even Apple started from India, man. Just amazing stuff.
Yeah.
And speaking about games, let's talk about arcade games. Pac-Man, right there. One of the best games of all time.
I prefer Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
But
And also, yeah,
Sanjay.
okay. But also, the start of Tetris as well. That thing has one of the best histories of all time. all of Game Boy came with Tetris. The whole Game Boy became such a huge hit because of Tetris.
That's actually very cool.
That's
But you
really
know, speaking of video games,
Yeah.
I think one of the companies which has made a video game so popular, one of the starting people, right, after Atari, I would have to say it's Nintendo, because when they released Super Mario, I don't think they would have expected it to change the world of gaming so much, right? And
Yeah,
even
yeah,
today,
that's true.
like they make some of the best games out. The Legend
Yeah,
of Zelda,
exactly.
while
Mm-hmm.
it's considered by critics to be one of the best games ever made in history. There's another game called Super Mario World. That's also, hugely, it's their
Yeah,
impact.
but then Sonic came
comes
in.
to
Sonic was
gaming.
basically a copy of Mario, right? And it like overtook.
Sony, actually, I've
Sonic,
heard
Sonic.
a very interesting history between these two companies. It was actually they were like Sony and Nintendo. They wanted to partner up, and they wanted to create a gaming. I don't, I'm not sure about this, but they wanted to create some gaming console together. But in the end, Nintendo basically betrayed them and backed out of the deal. So in retaliation, Sony started the iconic PlayStation. That's how PlayStation came into being. That's the story I've heard.
Yeah, like in
Damn.
the 1919s, right? Or something.
Yeah, it was during the mid 90s, I guess.
Yeah. The first PS1.
Yeah.
Then
And
it
I
took
guess
20 years to reach PS5.
Yeah, and I guess Sega came out of nowhere
Yeah.
and just
I mean,
took over the
Sega-
entire gaming industries for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're basically
Especially
the
with Sonic.
underdogs. They come up with very unique titles. Sonic is one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all love Sonic.
I think they were like the first gaming console to like introduce 3D gaming, 3D games.
Yeah. It was in Sonic 3, I guess. Sonic
Yeah.
versus Knuckles. It was like
Yeah,
the first
yeah.
3D gaming one.
Damn.
Yeah. Like Sega was always like, testing new technologies in gaming sector. But that's also one of the reasons like some of the games are actually pretty trash and not very good. Because they were
Yeah.
experimenting a lot.
Pretty
Others
horrible
were playing it
customers.
safe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but then they were involved. Others
Yeah.
didn't involve. But yeah, they did eventually.
mhm.
I mean,
So now-
90s, there was a lot of consoles, right? I mean, different companies made consoles. Philips, Sega, Sony. But right now, there's only three major consoles which are remaining. One is Nintendo, one is Sony, and the other one is Xbox. So,
Yep.
I mean, I have to say it's a very tough market for gaming consoles out there because
Yeah.
it's not easy,
I mean,
and the profit
before,
margins are
like,
quite.
yeah. Getting onto that fact, Adi, before gaming consoles were more about like, children's stuff. But now gaming consoles are more like a type of a CPU merged with a gaming console,
Yeah,
Like they can do
absolutely.
some of the computer stuff also.
I mean,
But
yeah,
I
the
think,
graphics are important.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
like nowadays a new era has emerged because of the gaming, like handled PCs, like let's say like ROG Ally or maybe Steam Deck. Those are one of the
Yeah.
best like gaming consoles out there that brings PC games into handheld.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nowadays, people just don't want to sit in front of a couch and play games on a TV. They could just bring their Steam Deck anywhere where they want and play games. Even trains,
I mean-
bus, planes, in the middle of nowhere, in the
Yeah.
beach. Do whatever you want.
I mean, that's basically, all those problems will go when you get like visual VR, visual reality.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's basically a headset. You can play games wherever. You don't have to
Don't
like
even
take things
start.
with you. It's very
Yeah.
much easier then.
Man, I can't even start with that. It's just so much. Apple Vision Pro right here just revolutionized the
Yeah.
entire future, man.
No, it doesn't actually. Yeah, it's a hot take, but yeah.
Yeah.
Apple still has to go like 30
We'll have
years
to
for
wait
that
and see,
technology. But yeah.
Let's
We have to
for,
wait and
like,
see. We have to
2
wait
years.
and see. Yeah.
Yeah. But
I
I mean,
will-
Apple is a unique company and they
Yeah.
like creating new stuff. So we'll have to just wait and see what happens in the end,
That's true. That's
Nanda, do you have any opinions on what
Yeah.
do you think? How
You have
VR
been
gaming
very
is going to
silent.
evolve?
Yeah. dude.
I literally
And I
had
was
no
gonna
idea
talk
what was
about
going on
last
last few
game.
minutes. I mean, about the arcade and
One of you
old
guys were
gaming
discussing
stuff,
about cloud gaming, right?
cloud gaming. Cloud
Yeah,
gaming,
cloud
we can
gaming.
say it
Oh,
was
yeah.
partially successful.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, in India, I was going to, as I was going to tell you guys, in India, there is one company which has started cloud gaming in India. Do you know which company it is? And it's free.
Definitely not Google.
No, it's not Google. It's actually Geo. It's a Geo cloud gaming. You can actually just
No.
enter your
Huh.
mobile number
Geo.
and you can play online. I've tried it out and it works pretty well. You just have
Guys,
to
Bunny
have a
going up.
stable internet. That's all.
But it's their own games, right? Not the popular
No,
ones.
it's not their own games. They have some good games. They have Saints Row 3, 4. They have some good racing games like Riptide GT or something. It was fun actually.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
I have
nice.
to try that.
yeah. You guys should try it out.
That's nice.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
But Adi, I'm an Airtel supporter.
But
What about that?
you can still try this out. There's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
change, right? I mean, you should adapt.
I know, yeah. But it's good,
No,
like,
or you
India's also,
can
like,
you can just take the customer care and request for them to start one. Airtel will do that.
yeah. Also speaking of India, like, India is going up in, higher level mobile gaming championships.
Yeah. I've heard that. In PUBG,
Yeah.
I mean, some of the best PUBG players in the world are Indians, right?
Yeah. Because we didn't have like,
I mean, right now it's just BGMI.
but still, like, it's evolving, right?
Yeah, I mean, once
like-
we become, once we get into more PC gaming, I mean, as of now, we're not that much into it, right? We're more into mobile gaming. Once we get into that, I'm sure you'll see more Indians participating worldwide in these big
For that,
competitions.
the average
Definitely.
citizens' salary should increase, so that they can buy PCs.
I have a hot take question.
Okay, ask.
Do games need high visual effects or graphics in order to for it to be a good game or an amazing game?
No,
Not true at
I
all.
don't believe that.
I mean,
Yeah.
Sanju,
It's the same question,
I mean, let's talk about Pac-Man and Donkey Kong only. Did they have like very good visual effects or graphics? No,
that's like in the past. Like at that time, they didn't have any visual effects, like all that stuff.
Yeah,
but
Sanjay,
currently,
I can explain it with an analogy. Like it's in movies. You have perfectionist directors like Nolan, and you have some directors which just make the movie flashy, but it's fun. So it depends on the audience. If you want fun or you want like perfection. If you want perfection, you will see a Nolan film, else you will just see a normal fun film. The same goes
exactly
Yeah.
what's going on right now,
If
right?
you
Barbie
want
versus
better-
Oppenheimer. Those who want a fun movie can go for Barbie, and those who
Yeah,
prefer
exactly.
like,
Barbie
cinematic-
versus Oppenheimer. Yeah.
yeah,
Because Barbie is more like
Yeah.
flashy and all, and Oppenheimer is more like cinema. Like it's perfect. It has all those shots, and
exactly.
it's just
Yeah,
good
yeah.
visually. So it depends on the audience. What you want. You want
But
better
see,
graphics or like
There's
just want fun.
there's a perfect answer for that. Just think about the game Minecraft. It's nothing. I mean, look at the graphics.
That's
People
true.
still love
That's
it.
true. That's
Big
true.
example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys played a game called Limo?
Nope.
Oh yeah, that's scary, bro.
It is a scary game, yeah. But it is one of the best games of all time, man. It doesn't have nice
Yeah, yeah.
graphics or anything like that, but it just tells the story that it wants you to tell. It wants you to tell. It's
Have you
such
guys
an
played
amazing
Among
game.
Us?
Yep. Absolutely.
Among
man.
Us, yeah.
I love the game. Among Us is so fun. I love playing.
Yeah.
it.
It's all a basic game, right? It doesn't have much things. Even Subway Surfer, one time Subway Surfer was ruling.
Yeah.
Even
It was
Fall
like the
Guys.
most-
I mean,
It's still one
at
of the most
time-
downloaded.
Yeah.
I mean, Fortnite. Do you guys think Fortnite has very good graphics? It does not have.
It has
right?
relatively good graphics, yeah. Relatively
Yeah, but-
good graphics.
Okay, compared to other AAA.
Relatively good, but it's more cartoonistic,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true. That's true.
That's creator's choice, because they want to make
Yeah.
it cartoonistic.
But then
And
the people
also-
who created
Yeah.
Fortnite is like the people who created Unreal Engine. So yeah, I can't really blame. They
Yeah.
can make really amazing if they want to.
Yeah, it's just a choosing to make it, like that.
Yeah.
Because it's more fun and random, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
And also another game that reminds me that doesn't have nice graphics, like cartoonish graphics, is Cuphead. Have you guys played Cuphead?
Yes, Sanjay, I played it. It's so hard.
That's really difficult. It's so hard. I can't.
It's one of the hardest games
Not even the
ever
first
played.
level.
It took me like 3 weeks
Why did they
to
even make
complete
that?
the first game, man. First level. Just
The
3
people
weeks.
who completed the game, I have nothing but respect for those people because the grind they have to put to finish that. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I know,
nothing but
right?
respect.
I know. It's just such a hard game.
It took me 3 hours to finish 2 levels. I'm not even kidding. It was that hard. I just
Oh
basically
my
deleted
God.
the game out of
Guys, I've never
frustration.
played it. Should I try?
Try
Imad,
it. I really suggest you to
should.
play it.
If you have the
Let's
patience
go.
for it, you should.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's talk about some racing games, guys. Speaking about racing games, how many of you guys have played F1?
Oh my god,
I
F1.
played.
It's really.
I've also played it.
It's really so nice. I mean, the graphics.
Yeah.
It's next level. I
But
mean,
then
I can
it
talk
requires
about
a
that
good
for an
console,
entire
right?
day.
You can't play it in a.
Nanda, I
Yeah,
have
it
to
does
say my
require-
favorite racing
I
game
mean-
is Forza Horizon for me because it gives me the freedom, right? Like open worldish kind of game. That's what I want to play.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wanna
yeah.
explore
Yeah, I
the
can agree. I
region.
mean, the new one, the Forza 5, that's really good.
Forza 5 is too good. Also,
Yeah.
if you're playing with the
But,
steering wheel and everything, it's much better.
Guys.
But
to be,
F1 is more like for the racing fans.
yeah. Guys, to be
Yeah.
honest.
So,
Guys,
To be
speaking of
honest.
racing games,
Yeah.
have you guys played Asphalt 9?
Yeah, I
Mobile
have played
racing
it.
game legend.
It's one of the good graphic games which you can download in phone. I think it's
Yeah,
the best
exactly. Like,
in mobile.
I mean,
as-
compared to other car games, right? It's much higher up. I don't know how they even did it. Like Gameloft, right?
No, because Gameloft is actually, I think it's a subsidiary of Ubisoft. So, I mean, naturally, they would have good games, right? Ubisoft makes some
But,
really beautiful games.
Yeah, but it's a free game. It's on mobile. Like,
No,
how are
actually,
they even getting
it's not
profit off
free.
of it?
It's actually freemium because there's in-app purchases, right? Some of the biggest games in the world.
Nah,
make
like I
free-
played. You can play like 70% of the game free. It's only 30%.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, but still, they earn a lot of money through that 30%. Another example is Candy Crush. They make billions yearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nanda, please. I think you want to talk about something. You can continue, please.
yeah. Guys, listen, it's all about, all the games which you say about the racing and stuff. It's all virtual. I mean, talking about simulation, we all want to be, we all want to see what happens in the real world, right? That's what I'm saying about F1, I'm going to steal this podcast for the next 5 minutes.
You're allowed to
So
do it.
talking about F1, recently they came out with a new one, EA Sports F1 23. So
Yeah.
if there are any F1 fans out there, this is for you guys. F1 World is a new option which we can see in F1 23. It gives a fresh content, for the players. It's really like the original F1 season. We can level up with the other players, new progression. We can complete challenges. And generally in the F1 games, we can't see this in any other games. Like maybe for in the circuit racing and stuff. In F1, there is a tire allocation, pit stop. We can change tires, full setup of cars. There will be different tracks, different places, 10 different teams like in the real world. And pretty much everything like what we can see in F1 and timed laps. You can manage your team. You can be your own manager. Esports, and it's really crazy. I mean, for those who have not tried F1, I'm so thrilled to talk about that right now. Because it might be the closest to the fastest driving experience you can ever get, like in a simulated game. Not even in GTA or in Forza, you can, yeah, but driving as Hamilton or Max Verstappen feels different, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah, Nanda.
Guys, to be honest,
Yeah.
I have never been a fan of racing games.
Why?
Are you more of a shooter person, Sanjay?
I'm more of a story guy. If a game
Oh.
has to tell a nice story, I want to play that game. One of my best favorites are Last of Us, Part 1 and Part 2, Heavy Rain, then Beyond Two Souls, then GTA. It's an amazing game. All GTA games.
Which GTA?
If it has an amazing story to it,
Oh.
I like it. Yeah.
I mean, do you guys know Telltale
I mean,
Games?
story modes
They're
are
a famous
fun.
studio which makes
Yeah,
really
fun.
good movie kind of games.
Which one is it?
I mean, they've made a lot of games, but I think their most popular one is. I forgot, I'm not able to remember the name of the game. It's The Walking Dead. Do you guys know the game?
Oh yeah, The Walking Dead. Yes.
Yeah, the game. Even there was
Yeah.
a movie or some series adapted with the game,
So
right?
actually, yeah, it's the series which came first, and then they made a game out of it. And that game it's said to be one of the saddest games ever made. It made PewDiePie cry. It was that emotional.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh,
And so if
Wow.
you really want to play games which has good stories, I would definitely recommend Telltale Games. They make some really good.
Yeah. I mean, even Sanjay said no about Last of Us. Even that
Yeah.
one is, really amazing
Last of
story
Us.
into that.
Such an amazing
Amazing.
game, man. Such an amazing game.
But Last of Us 2 is kind of heartbreaking. I know.
Oh my
you guys
god,
know.
one of the
Yeah.
most heartbreaking game ever.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually hard to watch at times.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to spoil anything, but you guys know what I'm talking about. The scene which I'm referring to, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait.
those who have played would definitely get that.
There's one scene in particular.
The killing scene or the dying scene?
The killing scene.
Okay, does the person die in that killing scene?
No, I can't tell you that because that would be.
Let's
like,
not go to
but-
that extent.
But yeah, he is no more after that scene.
Oh yeah, okay. Now I understood the
Okay.
exact moment. Yes.
That makes it, yeah.
So what else? VR games. Let's talk about VR games. What's your
I
favorite
really
VR
don't know much.
games?
About VR games.
I haven't even tried one.
Yeah. Once I'm rich enough to afford one VR game, I'll talk more about it, Sanjay.
Exactly, Sanjay. Everyone's not like you.
I mean, to be honest, the only VR game I played is in a mall with a sketchy guy just putting VR headset on me and watching roller coaster rides.
Oh yeah, I have been there.
No, the only VR game I've ever heard about is Metaverse. Do you guys know Metaverse? I mean, it was a huge.
Oh
flop.
yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know anything else.
I think Apple Vision Pro is gonna change the entire industry, man, of games.
Hey, speaking
Yeah,
of that,
definitely. It
hey,
just came out,
did
right?
you
So-
hear Activision, like Xbox is planning on buying Activision?
Huh?
The one,
Yeah,
the people who made Call of Duty.
Yeah, they're buying the entire Activision Blizzard Entertainment for $68 billion. It's the biggest
Oh my
deal in
goodness!
That's
Yeah.
huge.
It's huge. You know what it means? If that happens, most likely Call of Duty is going to be an Xbox exclusive. You can't play it anywhere else. It's going to be crazy if that happens.
Oh,
I
Damn.
mean,
Yeah.
basically, people are not gonna leave Call of Duty. They are gonna just take Xbox subscription.
Yeah.
Just gonna help them.
Speaking of Xbox, one of the biggest controversial questions out there: console or PC?
I like both.
PC.
Mobile.
Why? Why PC? Oh, okay, great.
You know,
Mobile.
It should be just PC.
Change the whole question. Great, Imad. Why
You can't
PC?
compare with a mobile. And a PC because you can do literally anything in that.
I
Yeah,
think
bro, mobile.
I think if you are a pro gamer, you need both console and PC because there are some games that are just exclusive to consoles that you just can't get on PCs.
Yeah, just don't play that. Get a PC. Don't play those games. It's not worth it.
actually,
I mean, in a
I think
PC you
Sanju-
can do anything.
Yeah,
That is true, that is true.
You're referring to the games of Sony, right? The exclusive games. I mean, they're available in PC now. They started releasing all their games. in PC.
That is true. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's like
Spider-Man or Miles
that's
Morales.
like a very recent strategy in which like all exclusive like console games are like they're porting it to PCs. I don't know why, but they're like I think to bring back more fan service and all that stuff. I have no idea.
No,
I
no, I know
very
why.
simple to understand.
I know
They
why.
get more revenue, right? I mean, when it's just one console, they earn less. But when they open to PC
No.
and they know there's a lot of gamers there, and so the revenue is more.
I mean that's true. That's true, but not just that. Nowadays in Windows, I mean, starting from Windows 10 and moving on to Windows 11, we can actually connect PS4 and PS5 controllers, even Xbox controllers to that directly. I mean, why do we need a console?
Damn.
I mean,
Huh.
consoles are
Yeah.
basically relics, right? They're relics of the past. They're kind of same to.
Yeah, it's an antique now.
That is true. That is true. Yeah.
If I may interrupt you guys, like if I want to play something in my, let's say, my 4K Ultra HD OLED TV, right? Best option for me is a console, right? Because it shows like it's like I'm watching a movie, but I'm actually playing it. I get that experience. But when it's in a laptop, the screen is a bit small for me. But when I play,
I mean, you can use an HDMI.
I mean, I can, but is it that fun though? There's literally a laptop sitting next to me, right?
I mean, HDMI is fun. HDMI is fun.
Yeah, so if I play with a console, right, there's no PC to be seen anywhere. There's just the giant screen. So it's,
I know a difference right now. I mean, you can add one more point, in your definition. There is no Kinect, Xbox Kinect in PC.
That's a relic of a past, man.
Other than that, there is nothing. Yeah, other than that, nothing else I can see.
No, but then Nanda, see, let's say you want to play a Nintendo game, right? Like they don't release any of their games in PC. Or
No, they don't.
They actually don't release so that the consoles sell, Otherwise, they would.
Yeah. That's true.
So for that,
Not
you
that
would
they can't
actually need a
release.
console, right?
For that, we need a console, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and
just
they
a
have some
monopoly
of the
on
best
it.
games ever made in the world, right? Like as the games I was talking about, Legend of Zelda. It's got 10 out of 10 by literally almost every critics. IGN, GameSpot, like all the big, Game Observer, all these. They've given it an apps
Yeah.
out of 10.
Just wait
So,
for
I mean, if I'm not-
Yeah, just wait for 5 more minutes, five more hours, no, 5 more years, and it will eventually come to PC. So I'll play at that time.
I'm very doubtful,
Dude,
Sanju, about that because Nintendo, right? They're known for hating their fans, and they don't
Yeah, that
really
is
do much
true,
apart
though.
from yeah. So I don't think they will release it in PC, and they don't collaborate much with other companies as well. If you like see Sony and all, you can see them collaborating with like media companies, right? Even Xbox.
Dude,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eventually,
Nintendo, you
someone's
barely
gonna buy
hear them.
Nintendo if they're gonna follow this path.
Yeah, I don't.
Hopefully.
about Nintendo. Yeah, hopefully they will. If that happens, great, right? But it's
Yeah, but
doubtful.
it's a lot of determination out there for Sanjay. So maybe if they hear the podcast, we can see that in the future.
Yeah.
I personally prefer PC though, because the great thing about PC is that you can get games for free that are actually not free.
Now we are talking.
Dude, that
I
piracy.
think I
That's
think we can
You know.
Dude, you don't have to include this in podcast.
Yeah, Sanju, we might be in some hit list or something after this.
I like having the Captain Jack Sparrow way of getting games.
Even I love that.
Jack
But
Sparrow.
Or you can take
because this is a
60 minutes
podcast, I want to
video.
say I do not endorse it. But if you guys like it, you can do it.
Yeah.
I do it. I would not recommend others to do it.
So yeah, that's games right there. So what else do you want to say? Anything else do you want to point out?
I just want to say games are awesome, and I hope they last for eternity. And I wish we were also in a simulation so that I like to imagine that I'm also being played by some character, some guy is controlling me outside. I don't know. It sounds a bit crazy, but
Dude,
I mean, it would be nice, right? If you think this is a simulation.
It doesn't sound crazy. I believe that too.
Dude,
Yeah.
basically you're asking to be in a matrix, which people are escaping.
I mean, right now, you see a lot of NPCs in the world, right? Like if you just
Yeah.
take TikTok, you can see a lot of NPCs. So I don't think it's far away.
That makes sense.
You just
Yeah.
offended every single human being in the entire world right now.
No, only those on TikTok.
Oh God.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, I mean, it's not far fetched. We could be in a simulation, right? I don't know.
We could
It's
be.
just-
We could be.
We can be.
Yeah.
Did you just combine Free Guy and Ready Player One?
No, I actually just saw one video of Elon
that,
Musk. He was basically about this.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But I mean, to be honest, if we were in a simulation, I think this is the best simulation we are in right now. I get
Yeah,
to meet
I-
with you guys.
Yeah.
I get to have this
I mean,
podcast
who
with
was-
you
It
guys.
feels
It's
legit.
amazing. It feels
This could be
legit.
like,
Yeah.
you guys know Sims, right? Game.
Oh, yeah.
Game Sims.
Yeah, the
Oh,
game.
yeah.
This could be.
Yeah.
This could I mean, we could probably be in Sims 1 million or something. It's released like I don't know. It could be possible. This
Sims
could
1 million
Yeah,
might
it is
as well be a
possible.
Sims game. Yeah.
coming out in a Xbox 3600 right now.
Yeah.
Dude, why do they
Yeah.
even name it Xbox 3600?
I don't know.
Xbox names their consoles very weirdly, right? So
Yeah.
it's not very far fetched. They could name it Xbox 3600. It could be Xbox minus something, because
It could
the
be,
360
yeah.
they went to one, right? So it could be something minus. Maybe minus 360 will come now. Who knows?
Yeah. Now there's not even a
Right.
number, it's just series.
Bro,
Yeah.
Xbox negative numbers
Yeah.
and all.
Maybe after
Next
some
one
time
is
they'll
going to be
release Xbox.
Matrix.
Yeah, maybe they'll release Xbox 3.14.
Bro, next one's gonna be
after the
differential
Pi
equation, bro.
editions.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be some divide.
Uh-huh.
Imagine they can make something called Xbox DX.
Man, imagine having going that far into Xbox, and they actually change the Xbox to Y box because it's like the next generation.
And then XYZ box. And it's not a box
Z-box.
anyway, it's a I don't know, cylinder
It's
or
just a
something.
box. Yeah.
3D box. After that, it's gonna be a Tesseract.
Yeah.
Dude, best PlayStation, Like Sony was very creative. They knew you're gonna play on this and it's a station. So just name it PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yep.
PlayStation. That was a big hit.
Yeah.
That was a big
Yeah.
hit, yes.
They
I would
had
have to say
PSP and all.
PlayStation is probably one of the most influential consoles to ever release. I mean, it gave rise to a lot of
Yeah.
amazing games that we know now, and also
They shaped
both
the
graphics
controller,
and
how it looks like today.
Yeah, exactly.
it influenced a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess that is it, guys. Thanks for joining us, and this will be our last episode for season 1, and we'll be meeting you soon in the later half of the year. Thank you very much for being with us till now. Thank
Thank
you
you,
See ya.
guys
Bye bye.
for being a
Thank
part
you
of this
guys.
podcast.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah, this is
I have
Cosmo
a-
signing.
I have a quote for you all, guys. No matter how
Yeah.
bad your PC is, just buy a console and play games.
That
Yeah,
was
it
a
is
roast.
manual, guys.
That was a roast, yes.
Bro, Sanjay didn't
Anyways, that
ban
was
that.
fun.
All right. See you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye, guys.